Chapter 87, Pain stands upright like reeds supporting each other. Once, His Holiness was staying in the deer garden in Boranai, and one evening, after his meditation, His Holiness came to His Holiness the residence of His Holiness the Sharif, and after greeting each other, he sat down on the side, and His Holiness said to His Holiness the Sharif, "Fellow scholar, is the old death of his own making? Is old death something else or something else? Is old death a joint creation of oneself and other people or things? Isn't old death either oneself or someone else or something of its making? Is old death produced by chance without a cause, without a prior cause?" His Holiness replied, "Sri Luo Shueo, old death is not of his own making, old death is not something else or something else, old death is not a joint creation of oneself and other people or things. Of course, it is not correct to think that old death is neither made by oneself nor by other people or things. Old death is not without cause, and there is no antecedent caused by chance. Detention of Jackie Luo, with life as the precondition, there will be old age. This is the method of dependent origin." His Holiness went on to ask His Holiness the Shreve, "Learner, are the words birth, being, taking, love, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, knowledge, walking, and ignorance self-created? Are birth, being, taking, loving, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, understanding, doing, ignorance created by other people or other things? Are birth, being, taking, loving, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, understanding, walking, and ignorance created by oneself and other people or things? Are birth, being, taking, loving, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, understanding, doing, and ignorance neither made by oneself nor by other people or things? Are birth, being, taking, loving, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, knowledge, doing, and ignorance produced by chance without causes?" His Holiness replied, "Birth, being, taking, loving, accepting, touching, 6 places, name, knowledge, walking, and ignorance are not self-made. Birth, being, taking, loving, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, understanding, doing, ignorance are not created by other people or other things. Birth, being, taking, loving, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, understanding, doing, and ignorance are not created by oneself and other people or things." Of course, it is not correct to think that birth, being, taking, love, receive, touch, 6 places, name, knowledge, action, and ignorance are neither made by oneself nor by other people or things. Birth, being, taking, love, receiving, touching, 6 places, name, knowledge, doing, and ignorance are not without causes, and there are no antecedents arising by chance. With ignorance as the precondition to produce action, action as the precondition to produce knowledge, knowledge as the precondition to produce famous color as the precondition to produce 6 places, 6 places as the precondition to produce touch, touch as the precondition to produce receive, receive as the precondition to produce love, love as the precondition to produce take, take as the precondition to produce have, and have to have as a prerequisite arises birth, so that having birth will produce sorrow, sadness, distress, worry, despair, aging, death. This is the process by which the sufferings and troubles of people or beings in the world gather and appear, and people or beings in the world will continue to suffer and sink in the cycle of life and death according to the method of dependent origin. His Holiness Mahabara said, "Scholar Sharif, can you make a simple analogy? I find it a little difficult to understand when you say this." His Holiness said, "Sri Luo Shueo, then I will use a metaphor to illustrate the doctrine of dependent origin. Shu Luo Shueo, it is like placing 2 bunches of reeds next to each other. These 2 bunches of reeds can support each other and stand upright. In the same way, ignorance, walking, knowing, name, 6 places, touching, receiving, loving, taking, having, living, old death are also mutually dependent, mutually supportive, and mutually preconditional. That is, ignorance as the precondition produces action, action as the precondition produces knowledge, knowledge as the precondition produces famous color is produced with famous color as the precondition, touch is produced with 6 as the precondition, touch is produced with touch as the precondition, receive is produced with receive as the precondition, love is produced with love as the precondition, take is produced with taking as the precondition, and have is used as the precondition to produce have. In this way, birth will produce sorrow, sadness, distress, worry, despair, aging, and death. If you take one of these 2 bunches of reeds away, the other bunches of reeds will fall and you will not be able to continue to support each other and remain upright. That is, no matter which bunch of reeds is removed, the remaining bunch of reeds will fall. In the same way, if any of the ignorance, action, knowledge, name, 6 places, touch, receive, love, take, have, birth, and old age is destroyed, then the causes and conditions arising from this precondition are destroyed. Simply put, if this one is destroyed, then that one will also be destroyed, this one is gone, and that one will disappear. That is, when confusion completely fades, disappears, doing is extinguished. When doing is destroyed, knowledge is destroyed. When knowledge is destroyed, fame is extinguished. When the name is destroyed, the 6 places are destroyed. When the 6 places are destroyed, the touch is destroyed. When the touch is destroyed, the receive is destroyed. When suffered is destroyed, love is destroyed. When love is destroyed, take is extinguished. When the take is destroyed, the have is destroyed. When the have is destroyed, the birth is destroyed. When life is gone, sorrow, bitterness, worry, despair, old age, and death are gone. This is the process by which the sufferings and troubles of people or beings in the world are eliminated and destroyed. People or beings in the world can be freed from the troubles and sufferings of the cycle of life and death by following the retrograde movement of the method of dependent origin. His Holiness Mahabharata said, "Fellow Sheriff, what you said is so good, the parable you just said is just right, and I have fully understood the meaning of the Dharma you were talking about." His Holiness continued, "If someone talks about the practice methods of fading and eliminating ignorance, walking, knowing, famous, 6 places, touching, receiving, loving, taking, being, birth, old death, and about not clinging to and worrying about ignorance, walking, knowing, name, 6 places, touching, receiving, loving, taking, being, living, old and dead, then the person who says this, he is the master who explains the Dharma. If there is a person, he goes to practice in order to fade and eliminate ignorance, walking, understanding, fame, 6 places, touch, receive, love, take, have, live, old and die, in order not to cling to and worry about ignorance, walking, understanding, fame, 6 places, touching, receiving, loving, taking, being, living, old and dead. Then this person is the one who practices according to the Dhamma, and this person is the one who practices according to the law. If there is a person who has faded and eliminated ignorance, walking, understanding, name, 6 places, touch, receive, love, take, have, birth, old death, no longer worries about and clings to ignorance, walking, knowing, name, 6 places, touching, accepting, loving, taking, being, birth, old death, and he is freed from all troubles and pains, then this person has entered nirvana at this moment. This person is the one who has reached the state of nirvana. After His Holiness Sheriff's words, His Holiness Mahabharata admired the immeasurable merits of His Holiness and practiced according to what His Holiness said.